Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy Sattler-Jones. I'm the Assistant City Administrator, and I'd like to call to order the License and Variance Board meeting for Wednesday, March the 26th, 2014 at 10 o'clock a.m. Board members present to my left is Scott Stokes, the Director of Public Works, and to his left is Roy Akery, the Deputy Fire Chief, and we have Rosemary Rivera. She's the Executive Assistant to the City Administrator. She will be taking the official meeting minutes. First item is a variance request V14003, allow increase in wall sign from 40 square feet to 106 square feet. Land lot 880, 2.61 acres, 2855 Spring Hill Parkway, AA Graphics LLC. Is someone here from that? Can you step to the podium, please? And for the record, can you state your name and then tell us about your variance request?
My name is Arthur Rosensky. As you know, this hotel is converting to a Holiday Inn Express. The Smyrna sign ordinance allows them 40 square feet per wall sign on two sides of the building because they have two road frontages. Spring Street Southeast and
Spring Hill Parkway Southeast. It all confuses me a little bit. I believe that you have a photo imaging of the proposed signage, and then do you also have a photo imaging of a smaller letter set in your package? I would bring that with you. Look at that.
Okay.
That is actually goes from a 5-1 box and I think a 2'6" letter set to a 3-1 box. 18 of going down. If we actually took the signage and took out some negative space, it's really not 106 square feet of signage. It's more towards 80 square feet of signage, which is a little bit less than the 106. The hotel feels that the sign not only fits the sign band well at the 5'1", but the visual impact will certainly help their business by being able to be seen from a further distance. You can, on that smaller letter set, you'll pick it up about the time you turn in the driveway to the hotel, whereas they're looking for 3-4 blocks down the street, being able to locate, which is what these signs do, locate the business in order for people to get themselves over there. The ordinance also makes no allowance for any higher rise buildings. It's 40 square feet whether you're 1 story or whether you're 6 stories. I believe that's correct. And so that's our request, that due to the fact that we're a 6-story building with a 7th-story parapet, that we're allowed to have the bigger signs for the visual impact.
And then did you mention that, or the staff has, that this is a remodel?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And then when are they planning to open? Do you know? May 8th. My birthday.
Oh, well, certainly come over and enjoy the grand opening.
All right. Any questions?
And these are LEDs, state-of-the-art stuff. As you notice from the drawings, it's aesthetically pleasing. It's not like it's a big flashing sign or 22 colors. It falls into the Holiday Inn standard, which if around Atlanta there's probably 20 or 25 Holiday Inns and Holiday Inn Expresses. Mm-hmm. So that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, this time we'll have comments by the staff. Joey Stobbs, Planner 1, please.
Joey Stobbs, Planner 1 with Community Development. The applicant has requested an increase in wall sign from 40 square feet to 106 square feet at 2855 Spring Hill Parkway. As the applicant has stated, the sign ordinance only allows 40 square feet for a freestanding building. Rather that be a 1,000 square foot building or a 100,000 square foot building, nor does it make any allowance for setback from the road or height of the building. Community development reviews sign variance requests very strictly. I don't think we've ever recommended approval for a sign, but we feel that this location does have hardships that apply to it, being the scale of the building, the height of the building, and the setback from the road all are things that we would take into account to recommend approval for the sign. We've posted signage. There's been no opposition. And we have recommended approval with no conditions.
Okay. Any questions?
I had one. Would it be accurate to say that your recommendation for approval of this variance request was affected both by the distance from the road and by the size of the building, the height, both the height and the width?
Yes, the setback from the road, the scale of the building, and the height of the building.
Okay, thank you.
All right. No other questions? All right. This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak regarding this issue, I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. All right. Seeing no one, I would like to entertain a motion, please.
I can make a motion to approve variance request V14-003 to allow increase in wall sign area from 40 square feet to 106 square feet for land lot 880, 2.61 acre, which is located at 2855 Spring Hill Parkway for AA Graphics, LLC.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve variance request V14003, allow increase in wall sign area from 40 square feet to 106 square feet, land lot 880, 2.61 acres, 2855 Spring Hill Parkway, AA Graphics, LLC. All in favor, please vote. All right. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Next item is a public hearing, variance request V14004, allow reduction in side setback from 12 feet to 0 feet for the construction of a carport, 0.46 acres, land lot 525, 3550 Lee Street. David Hicks. Okay. Mr. Hicks, can you step to the podium and, for the record, state your name and tell us about your variance request?
David Hicks, 3350 Lee Street. It's actually 3350.
It's actually what?
3350.
Okay.
I think you said 35 something.
Okay, so pardon me, 3350 Lee Street.
Okay. Mine's a remodel. Jimmy, go ahead and tell you what I'd like to do.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So we could construct a carport in the setback, and I think there were some photos. If you don't have any, I have some. That a number of reasons. Currently, because of the steep slope of the front yard, it would be very, very difficult to build a covered parking area there. Also, it would, it would be within the setback limits of 35 feet or whatever, but it would also, affect the current aesthetics of the house and the neighborhood, I think. But it seems like such a natural place to extend the house north about 12 feet or so with the existing roof line, so that would be probably no one would even notice after it's built, and just have the that side of the house, the north side, as a covered parking area. Mm-hmm. And there's already an entrance door there, but allow my wife to get into that the house there and get out of the rain. A couple other issues. Whoever constructed the roof years and years ago, I don't know who that was. Portion of it is flat, and they just put roll roofing on top, and of course that's going to fail. It is failing now, and this would also allow us to, it wasn't in my notes, because of altering extending the roof, then that'll give us more slope or pitch to get that water off the existing roof. We won't increase the impervious area because it's already a concrete drive, so we'll just convey all the water from the roof that was currently hitting the driveway. We'll just appropriate downspouts, gutters, and it will not go onto the neighbor's property at all.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
I had one, Mr. Hicks. If this board were to approve your variance request, it's been recommended that there would be two conditions that accompany. The first condition is that you would build, that you would have all work completed essentially the way that you've stated that you would in the plan, in the application.
We have an architect to design
and
that.
also that you would ensure that the appropriate gutters and downspouts would be installed to divert stormwater or rainwater away from adjacent property. Would those two conditions be amenable to you? Do you have any issues with either one of those?
My son and I have a engineering company. We do hydrology, and we thought that was one of the issues that we thought about. He's a PE, so we built that into our plan with the architect. So that's what we do, is redirect water.
Right. So would that involve having gutters and downspouts?
Yes, sir, and that is in the plan.
Okay. So you wouldn't have any issues with those two conditions?
No, sir, none at all.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Joey Stobbs, please.
The applicant is requesting a side setback reduction from 12 feet to 0 feet at 3350 Lee Street for the construction of a carport. Presently, the driveway extends to the property line, and on the property line is a retaining wall and a privacy fence on top of the wall, probably 8 feet in height, the total wall and fence.
Probably, yeah.
Which provides visual screening of the new proposed addition from the adjacent property. We've surveyed the neighborhood, and there's two variances that have been approved for reduction in side setback for a carport on Lee Street. And then, Lee Street is a older street with older homes on it. A lot of them are non-conforming, so they are closer than 12 feet or 10 feet from the property line. So we feel like what Mr. Hicks is recommending is it's in keeping with the architectural styles of the neighborhood. We feel that he's demonstrated that he will divert stormwater from the adjacent property, and we do not feel there is any visual impact on the adjacent property. And I believe he has been notified and has no issues with the request, the adjacent property owner. Therefore, we've recommended approval with two conditions. One, approval of the requested variance shall be conditioned upon the development of the property in substantial compliance with the site plan submitted with the variance application. And two, appropriate gutters and downspouts will be installed to divert stormwater away from adjacent property prior to final inspection.
Any questions?
Joey, who owns the stone wall?
It is on the adjacent properties.
What about the fence?
Same, I believe. Is that right?
I
What?
had the property surveyed, the wall.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
The wooden fence is definitely on Mr. I think his last name's DePlay or something like that. That's definitely on his property. The stone wall, I actually believe it's according to the survey, it's probably on both our properties. But that wall has been there since probably 1952 when the place was built. That's all I can say about it, But we're not actually going to affect that wall or encroach upon it or undermine it.
How long have you owned the property?
Purchased it January 4th of last year.
Did you have a survey done?
Yes, sir.
What do you think the significance of those property lines that run along there that jet out on that side?
That I don't know. That was on the legal description from previous, and of course that's what the once they do the meets and bounds and came out and he's an RLS. A little bit of an oddball setup,
Looks like it matches his bay or whatever's on the side of the house, or the roofs, or whatever.
Yeah.
So Joey did.
Are you referring to the north side or the south side?
North.
North, yeah. But, when I saw that, I was like, "What's the point of that?" It's just a line.
Joey, was the adjacent property owner on that side contacted?
Yeah, that's
Were they spoken to, or were they just contacted via letter?
Mr. Hicks can verify this, but he has mailed notification to the adjacent property and spoken to him via phone, I believe.
Correct. In fact, we actually get along because we had some adjoining trees like a sweet gum, and it was on his property, but we split the cost of taking it down. And I spoke with him, I think 3 days ago. I think I told you that. And after sending him the letter, we discussed it. And he said, "If you just do what's according to the plans, I don't have any problems with it."
Okay.
All right. This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak regarding this issue, I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. All right. Seeing no one, I would like to entertain a motion, please.
I'd like to make a motion to approve variance request V14-004 to allow reduction in side setback from 12 feet to 0 for the construction of a carport on a .46 acre lot, land lot 525, located at 3350 Lee Street, with the following two conditions. Condition 1, that the approval of the requested variance shall be conditioned upon the development of the property in substantial compliance with the site plan submitted with the application. And number 2, that appropriate gutters and downspouts will be installed to divert stormwater away from adjacent property prior to final inspection.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve variance request V14004, allow reduction in side setback from 12 feet to 0 feet for the construction of a carport, 0.46 acres, land lot 525, 3350 Lee Street. David Hicks is the applicant. All in favor, please vote. All right. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Next item is approval of the License and Variance Board meeting minutes of February 26, 2014.
Motion to approve L&V Board meeting minutes from February 26, 2014.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve the License and Variance Board meeting minutes of February 26, 2014. All in favor, please vote. All right. Motion passes unanimously, and I would like to declare this meeting adjourned at 10:18 a.m. Thank you.